Hello, how are you doing, guys? It's been a while. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to start a new series on Laravel Eloquent Relationships. So in this series of Laravel Eloquent Relationships, I will start with one-to-one relationship and all relationships provided by Laravel framework. I'm going to explain some useful methods used in Laravel Eloquent Relationships. Before moving forward, I would like to remind, if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of new tutorials. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we are going to start with one-to-one relationship. In Laravel, one-to-one relationship is very easy and simple. I will explain this to you. For instance, we have a user. And this user is associated with address. Let's go and create this address model. I think you all know how to create model with migration. Don't worry if you don't. PHP Artisan make model address. M is for migration of address table. So back to our studio code. You see we have address model created. By going in database, then migrations, we have migration for address table, as you can see. Let's add another more column, country column. You can add more columns if you want, but for this video it's enough. This address is associated with this user model. So I will add one more column. I will say integer user underscore ID. Let's go back to web file, and there is where we going to create our roots. Let's add root get. User, and here we have function. Now here we are going to add user factory method. Let's say I want 3 users, we use count method 3, then create to add 3 users in the table. Now you need to run migrate to create tables. I have created migration before. That's why there is nothing to migrate. But let me make refresh migration. This migrate refresh it is going to recreate tables for you in database. We have now address migration. Let's go to the browser. As you can see, we don't have any data address table. Now let's run user. Now in users table we have 3 users. These users are associated with address table. Remove this. And let's copy this and paste right there. User. Users.index. Compact users. Users equal app models user all. Now let's go and create this blade file. Users/index.blade.php. Now you can start design your page. But to save our time you are going to use this. Don't worry, I will put this bootstrap file link in the description. Add for each loop, then users. User. Here we want username. By refreshing your browser, we have our 3 users. Now let's say we want each user with their address. Here we will have address, then country. Oh, I forgot to add user. For now it will not work. Because we have not created this relationship. So in user model I will create function. Return this. hasOne. App models, here we pass address class. Save. I forgot to add address here. Save again. Still not working, why? I have to remove this one. I think now we are good to go. Okay, you see we have every user with their address. You see, this is very simple. You can also use address class like this. This works fine. It is much easier too. You see, this works with no problem. Using this address one-to-one relationship. We can access address in this user instance, as you can see, like this. So behind this relationship, this means that we have a simple query like this. Select all from address table where user ID is equal to 1 or its respective ID. Now here you may ask, how is this hasOne method? Knows that this address table has user address foreign key. Behind the scene, this hasOne method does. It fixes the model name, which is user, and concatenate it with its primary key, which is by default ID, and this is how it figures out user ID. Now in case you have user ID instead of user underscore ID. So in that case this method will not work. Let's go and change user underscore ID in here in address table. Now as you see, it is not going to work. Because this user underscore ID has changed, and it is trying to fetch this user underscore ID which we have changed. So to solve this, we are going to pass the second parameter user ID, which is the foreign key. Now refresh, it should work. You see, works well. Similarly in user table, instead of ID or something else, we have to add it right here. Now we have ID. This will work fine as well. So this has one relationship. The first parameter is model. The second is the foreign key, and the third is the primary key in the user table. Now let's see one more way to create the address for the particular user. Here we are going to create user relationship in address table. Here we mean address belong to the user instead of user has address. Here we user function. Then return this belongs to. User class. Back in web file. Add this address here. And this one. Back in the index blade file. I'm going to copy and comment this one, paste right there and paste it there. Do some changes like this. Don't forget to add user ID in this belongsTo method. Refresh. Let's check this error. I have forgot to add address here. Let's check again. Now we have address with their respective user. Now you see we have address and their user. Make sure you have user ID like this in this belongsTo method. And also add ID primary key of the user table. I have added some data in the address table. I did this in the background manually. You can add some data too to make sure that everything works just fine. Guys, this is how you can implement one-to-one relationship in Laravel. Thank you for watching. See in the next one.